If you are importing products into Shopify from a CSV file, the products can look fine in the spreadsheet and still import with missing images. That is frustrating because the import may not look completely broken. The product title, price, and variance might be there, but the product photos are blank. In this tutorial, I will show the basic Shopify CSV workflow, the fields that matter most, and the image URL mistakes that usually cause product photos to disappear. A Shopify product CSV is just a spreadsheet, but Shopify expects specific column names and a specific structure. You do not need every possible column for every import, but the fields you use need to match Shopify's expected format. The important thing is to avoid guessing. If your spreadsheet uses a supplier's column names, or a WooCommerce export, or your own custom headers, Shopify may not interpret those fields the way you expect. A safe starting point is to create one clean product in Shopify, export it, and use that file as your reference. The most important field to understand is the handle. The handle is the product's URL-friendly identifier, and Shopify uses it to group rows that belong to the same product. If a product has variants or extra images, those rows usually need the same handle. If the handle changes by accident, Shopify may create a separate product, skip part of the update, or attach images in the wrong place. So when you review a CSV, do not only scan the title column, check whether the handles are consistent. The image column most merchants care about is image SRC. That field should contain a public image URL that Shopify can fetch during import. For the first product image, you can put the image URL on the main product row. For additional product images, you usually add more rows with the same handle and another value in image SRC. This is where supplier and WooCommerce files often break, because they may put several image URLs into one cell. If you see one cell with front image, back image, and side image all separated by commas, reshape that into separate image rows before import. If your Shopify CSV import runs but images do not appear, check the URL first. The image must be public. It should point to the image file, not only a cloud preview page. A Google Drive, Dropbox, iCloud, or OneDrive sharing link may open in your browser, but that does not prove Shopify can fetch the file during import. The URL should start with HTTPS, without accidental spaces, line breaks, or spreadsheet formatting. And if one cell contains several URLs separated by commas, you probably need to split those into separate Shopify image rows. Before you import the full CSV, do a quick Preflight check. Open a few image URLs in a private browser window. If they do not open there, Shopify probably cannot fetch them either. Then filter the spreadsheet for blank handles, URLs without HTTPS, cloud sharing domains, duplicate URLs, and cells that contain more than one image link. This is not a perfect test, but it catches the most common failures before you commit a large import. It is much easier to fix 10 suspicious rows before import than to clean up hundreds of products afterward. Do not make the first upload the full catalog. Create a small test CSV with 2 or 3 products. Include a simple product, a product with variants, and a product with more than one image if your catalog has those cases. Import that first. Then check the product title, variants, price, images, and alt text. If the test import works, you have much better evidence that the full file is safe. If it fails, you have a small file to debug instead of a messy catalog cleanup. If the part you are worried about is image URLs, you can also run the CSV through a checker before importing. I built a free Shopify CSV image URL checker for this exact step. You paste the product CSV, and it looks for common image import risks, like private sharing links, malformed URLs, missing handles, duplicate image URLs, blank image fields, and variant image problems. This is not meant to replace understanding the CSV structure. It is just a faster way to catch the image problems that are easy to miss when you are scanning a spreadsheet by hand. Before you import products into Shopify from a CSV file, run through this checklist. Use Shopify's expected column names. Keep the same handle for rows that belong to the same product. Put additional product images on separate rows when needed. Use public, direct image URLs. Test a few rows first. And if products import but images are missing, start with the image URLs before rebuilding the whole CSV. Most image import problems are not mysterious once you separate product data from image access. Shopify can only import what it can identify and fetch. The free checker is linked in the description. Use it when you want to catch Shopify CSV image URL problems before import, especially when products import but product photos do not show up. If you are building products from photos instead of starting from a finished spreadsheet, Synctually can also help turn product photos into editable Shopify listing drafts. But for this tutorial, the main rule is simple. Check the CSV before the import.